That's right. Dan Mwangi is our numbers guy. Dan, of course, the numbers can be very, very complicating for people. But how are we going to simplify them? Where can Kenyans get a sense of really what the votes are looking like?
So where you can get them, first of all, just to simplify them, is to put them out straight up. If it's 5 votes, it's 5 votes. So again, on elections.nation.africa, that's where you can get all your election data, legit information. The page we have on is the 2013, like I showed yesterday, for the benefit of those who may not have caught it. And we have the 2017, and just to point out is that you can get whatever data you want from all the different seats, the presidential, national, the governor, Senate, woman representative, National Assembly, at the county level constituency. Then we have this tab here. This allows you to choose which election you want to work, whose data you want to look at. To show you that we have not started, the elections 2022 numbers are 0. So we are still at 0 because we're yet to have any numbers. So once they start being populated, you will have an option of seeing the provisional results and also the option of official results, which are also currently 0. Okay. So we don't have any manipulation of data here. Right. So that's what you should expect. So whatever case it is, be it your Senate race, as long as it's still, you know, election 2022, we are yet to get any information. So this will begin being populated. If I may just show you from, say, 2013, it shows you how the...
Right, so that's the map of Kenya, and it shows how Kenyans voted back then. That's obviously
for the presidential.
Right, that's red for Jubilee, and then we had orange as well.
Yes, exactly. And so this shows, it can become small, but that's the election. As you can see, it has all the data from the percentages, etc. So you can get all your election data on this platform. Again, it's elections.nation.africa, and it will be available for free release. It's not one of those portals where we're trying to make money from. Then it will help you access the information as and when you need it. So the next thing is, who are the key people in this election? Aside from, you know, the different competitors, be it the presidential candidates, etc., the other key individuals we need to look at.
And as we get to for the benefit of the viewers, we step out of your way to illustrate the key
of my
people.
Office.
Yes, sir. Just that this is it necessarily parallel with the IEBC results, provisional results, or just to explain to the viewer?
So something,
and we'll give you the space.
Yeah, something key to note is that we are going to be using data that comes from the IEBC. So because, and as well as we'll corroborate it with the different data we get from our correspondents across the country. So we have a data center where we are collating all the data from, just to ensure that we are still also having our own count to ensure that we are getting the numbers as they are and as they should be. Now, I'll move you to another corner of my office. And I mentioned about the important people. And as we build up to the election, we shall keep informing you on what you need to know. We now look at 6 key people in this poll. Now, first is Chebukati, that is Wafula Chebukati, the gentleman here. He is the chairman of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC. He is also the presidential returning officer for the 9th August 2022 general election. Now, he's the only person mandated by law to declare the presidential results. That is Mr. Wafula Chebukati. Then we have Ezra Chiloba. He's not here in this election, you know, as the IEBC CEO, and this time it's not in that capacity, which was the previous one in 2017, but he's the Director General of the Communications Authority of Kenya, CA. Now, the state agency plays a critical role of ensuring IEBC is working with the telecommunication companies to acquire connectivity services so as to ensure seamless transmission of results from polling stations to the constituency, county, and national tallying centers without delay. Another key role under Chiloba's watch is that of monitoring different media platforms to ensure that they adhere to the programming code during the election period. And the gentleman who's appeared, that's still Chiloba. Now, the next gentleman is Fred Matiang'i. That's the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination of National Government. The man under whom the internal security agencies sit, the intelligence, the police, and the broader national government administrative officers, that's Ngao. Now, these are very key as they ensure the security of the election, the votes, the voters, the various officials who are taking part in the election process. Now, the next key person in this election is the Inspector General of Police, that is Hilary Mutyambai. This is the man who will oversee to deploy the deployment of 100,000 special officers drawn from partner agencies such as Kenya Prison Services, NYS as the National Youth Service, the Kenya Wildlife Services, and Kenya Forest Services in the over 46,000 polling stations, the National Tallying Center, and some strategic areas to ensure a safe environment for voters to cast their votes. He has established formed police unit, I should say, FPU, to offer tactical support to general duties before, during, and after the polls. That's the job of the man in blue here, that is Hilary Mutyambai. Next is the lady in the list, Chief Justice Martha Koome, the President of the Supreme Court of Kenya. The judiciary is set to settle on matters of persons aggrieved by the results of the polls, and the Supreme Court has given such contestants 7 days from the day of declaration of election results to file their petitions. So there are keen eyes on CJ Koome, especially if there's a presidential petition, given how her two predecessors handled the petitions before them. That is Martha Koome. Now, last but not least is the current President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. The head of state, who also holds a key role as the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, is expected to do all in his power to ensure there is a peaceful transition as he is set to hand power over to his successor in line with the Constitution. He will also convene the first sitting of the 13th Parliament, and we see him waving. Tomorrow is the day when Kenyans go to the ballot to see who replaces him, who takes over from him, as well as various other leaders. And so those are some key people to look at in this election as we head into the same. So I welcome you guys back into my little office.
Yeah, it's about time for us to also wave goodbye just for tonight, though.
Yes.
Because the coverage will continue. We call it wall to wall.
Yes. From
tomorrow, 5 a.m., I believe, with our colleague Olive Burrows and Dennis Okari.
That's right. Dan, thanks for that. Of course, a key area that you're focusing on, the numbers, the statistics, and we'll be getting more from you, because as of tomorrow, slowly, later on in the day at least, that's when the tallying will begin and the numbers will start trickling in. So the 2022 slot there will slowly become populated, won't it?
Yes, it will slowly get populated. So now we're at 0. We have put it at the beginning, the starting position.
Mm-hmm. And something very important you also brought up, and must be appreciated as people hours to the polls. Someone might go saying, I don't want to vote for this person, so I'll put an X against their picture or image. What would that mean?
That would mean you voted for them. And so that's what some of the propaganda pushing individuals and groups are doing, saying, if you don't want to vote, if you want to vote for Mark, tick. If you don't want, put an X on his name. So just remember, you have voted for that person. So you put a tick, an X, a dot, or a thumbprint as your way of voting. That's what the law says.
And only one mark, not more than one.
Just the same as this set, we only have one mark.
Yeah. All right.